This is an urgent warning. I am warning you, believers and unbelievers alike.
May 18th, 2021, Benjamin Netanyahu says to restore peace and safety to all residents of Israel. Read the verse.
At the end of the day, everything that you see going on right now is it's your wake-up call. The people that are in Israel, you need to get out. You need to get out. It does not belong to you at all. At all. Like, it's just epic. It is absolutely just epic to see what God is doing. You think you're winning right now. That's okay. You think you're going to win. You are ahead of the game, so you're getting ahead of you're putting the cart before the horse, and what's going to happen is the cart's about to flip over the horse. So,
זאת הפעם השלישית בהיסטוריה שבה היהודים מקבלים הזדמנות להיות אדונים לגורלם, לחיות על אדמתנו, לחוקק את חוקינו, לשמור על אמונתנו. פעמיים נתנו להזדמנות הזאת להישמט מידינו. ולכן, על כל אחד מאיתנו מוטל צו פנימי. לא נאבד את מדינתנו בשלישית.
A new wave of violence is sweeping through Israel. 8 days, 3 attacks, 11 people dead. The first incident was on the 22nd of March. A Palestinian stabbed and killed 4 Israelis. Later, he was shot dead by an armed civilian. The second incident was on the 27th, this Sunday. Palestinian gunmen shot dead 2 border police officers. The attack was claimed by the Islamic State. The latest incident was on Tuesday. A lone gunman killed 5 people in Tel Aviv. Later, he was shot dead by the police.
Moving on now, 4 people were killed and several wounded in a knife attack outside a shopping mall in southern Israel city of Beersheba. The police are describing the incident as a suspected terrorist attack.
A Palestinian armed with a screwdriver stabbed and seriously wounded a 28-year-old Israeli civilian near the West Bank settlement of El Azhar in what the IDF confirmed to be yet another terror attack.
מעכשיו חיילים בסדיר, בקבע, במילואים, מרובעי 03 ומעלה, יצאו מהבסיסים הביתה עם הנשק. אנחנו גם בוחנים עכשיו מסגרת גדולה יותר לשילוב מתנדבים אזרחים שרוצים לעזור ולסייע. מה מצופה מכם אזרחי ישראל? ערנות ואחריות, לפקוח עין. מי שיש לו רישיון לנשק.
This is not just rumors anymore. So you need to understand, this month of Ramadan that will start in a few days, the Muslims convinced themselves this is the last Ramadan before Israel is gone. They convinced themselves that this is the Ramadan they need to use to put an end to Israel. You need to understand, they somehow convinced themselves that by July 8, according to their calculations, they convinced themselves that somehow Israel will cease to exist.
The moment of reckoning comes that we've talked about so frequently here on the newscast, and Israel faces off against Iran and Hezbollah, perhaps the Assad regime, another good friend of Russia. What does Russia do? Does Russia stand pat and just watch as Israel prevails over Russian allies in Syria where Russian troops are present? Does Russia do anything? I'm not saying necessarily militarily at first, but bottom line, if you look at the book of Ezekiel.
And I will bring distress upon men, for they walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. That's what's coming. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Now remember, what land is he talking about? What land? Go way back up here and it'll tell you. Right here. Judah and Jerusalem. It's the two, both in Israel, right? Boom, boom. So that's the land he's talking about making desolate. It has not happened yet.